And welcome back, everyone, to the Resurrection series. This one is one on my personal list, just because the Resurrection series, I'm going to keep doing it, obviously. Didn't quite take off like the Zanpakuto series, but it's also relatively new. So Batman, what is Bruce Wayne, aka Batman's resurrection? As a hollow, what would he be like? Well, first off, again, his Zanpakuto would take the form of a standard katana. I have no doubt in my mind on that. Its release command would almost certainly be something along the lines of Shroud. And its name would be that of Dark Knight or Caballero Obscuro. Most of the time, I think words here, a Ronkar Zanpakuto, the resurrection, is really only a single word. Every once in a while, though, you do get one that's more than one word. Los Lobos is the wolves. It's not just wolf. Otherwise, it would be Lobos. I'm trying to think. I know there's like one or two others that that off the top of my head I could probably, if I tried, I could remember. But overall, yeah, I think Caballero Obscura, Dark Knight. Now, his hollow mask probably does take the form of the bat ears. They probably go right up the side of his head up into the ear form, maybe even covers his basic ears. Now, the release, though, that's where things get interesting. I could see his resurrection really taking the form of his cape and cowl, certainly, with aspects of the bat suit on there. Like the bat emblem would definitely be on there. I could even see it being the case where with a few of the hollows, they do have tendencies of looking at not having pure white on them. For example, the only white on Bodygon is his face. And I mean, he's got skeletal hands too, but really those are the only white. His actual wardrobe is straight black. So actually, I could see his hollow mask and the cowl being white, but then merge into the blackness of his cape. Then maybe a Ryatsu bat hovers over his chest, and maybe he's got like gauntlets and stuff like that that are white. So I could see something along those lines. And something that looks but isn't his utility belt. This is because that his overall ability, I think, still should be something that when we did his Zanpakuto is something that revolves around darkness manipulation, a sort of dark Ryatsu manipulation. His aura is able to, or his Ryatsu is able to literally just throw darkness over the battlefield. He's able to blind enemies, kind of similar to Tozen's Bankai, actually. Although in this case, your other senses are still capable of working, capable of throwing dark Ryatsu at individuals, and you can do them in the shape of batarangs or throw bats like dark energy bats at them. I think it could be something along those lines. Definitely, he could probably make like darkness constructs, probably still carry like a dark sword or whatever if he needed to. But this, I think, would lean itself very well to the type of character he is overall. Now, obviously, this was a little bit more difficult to do because I could have just done Bat, but we have Bat, Murcielago, with Ukiura, so I couldn't just do Bat. And I couldn't make it exactly one-to-one with Bruce's... with Bruce, like Bruce isn't going to have wings. Batman's not going to have wings. He's going to have his cape because he has a cape. So I think that would be overall the best way to interpret a resurrection for him. And in terms of what his original hollow form was like, something that probably looked akin to Ukiura's a little bit, but more looking similar to Batman. Instead of wings, he obviously has the cape and the cape and cowl behind him. And he probably, like Bodygon, was a lot more dark in overall appearance, only some white showing through. He probably blended into the next. He's probably, if we were to think of this in the terms of his character in Bleach, and he was part of the Espada, which he probably would be, Eisen actually probably had a hard time finding him because I bet one of his abilities is actually to erase his presence while he's in his release state. So as a normal hollow, he was actually very hard to find because he was so stealthy. So that, I think, could be an explanation in lore for why his abilities work that way as well. He could also be very much like a Hollybell or even a Stark, where he's not really, or technically Ukiura too, where he's not evil. In fact, he's probably a hollow who does not bother with the Soul Reapers or individuals at all. He stays in Wakamundo and actually helps protect the innocent, similar to Hollybell. I could even see Holly-Bell being the Catwoman to his Batman, and them actually having maybe a romantic relationship, or an off and on romantic relationship at some point. That could be a really cool lore detail right there. Because we talk here Shinigami about humans as Shinigami and Quincy having romantic relationships all the time. It's implying Bambietta either did that guy before she killed him or was implying to do that guy. So she probably gets it. We know some of the other Quincy's got it. We know obviously Orio's parentage get it. They did it, obviously. And Shinigami get together all the time. They have kids. But we don't hear a lot about the Hollow side of that. So the idea of talking about Hollows that actually had relationships would actually be kind of interesting. So, I don't know. And I'm just talking about that from a lore perspective. So, anyway, I digress. That's the Resurrection for Batman. I've got 2 Who Would Wins to do, and then I got to go see F1 in a little while. Well, I still got about an hour and a half before F1, so I got time. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.